Well, back now to the troubles of President Obama. The shock when a Republican representative heckled him with "you lie" during an address to Congress is the most dramatic example of the trouble he's in at home, notably as he tries to reform the American healthcare system. Former President Jimmy Carter said the abuse was evidence of racism. We wondered what Spike Lee, the man who made the much garlanded film about racial conflict Do the Right Thing, thought. Do the Right Thing was, incidentally, the film that Barack and Michelle Obama went to see on their first date and later argued over in an ice cream parlour. Spike Lee's here for a 20th anniversary screening at the British Film Institute. Peter Marshall reports. Well, I met Spike Lee this afternoon. I asked him about how race relations had changed in America since he made Do the Right Thing 20 years ago.
Things have changed. I don't think that just because Barack Obama has become the first president of the United States of America that's African American that we can say that race is no longer an issue in the country.
We'll talk a little bit about race relations in a minute or two, but what do you make of that remark of Jimmy Carter's the other day when he said part of the attack upon Barack Obama is because he's black?
I agree.
You do?
Yes.
The attack on his policies, for example. Healthcare.
When has a senator ever, like the guy from South Carolina, Joe Wilson, ever done that to another? That's never happened before, ever, where someone's called a liar.
That doesn't mean it was done because the president is black, though, does it?
Look, how long have you been black?
I've never been black.
Thank you very much. So, as someone who's been living in America for 52 years and whose ancestors were slaves for 100 years, I'm trying to answer your question.
Go on.
Yes, racism still exists in the United States of America.
You must then be tremendously disappointed, aren't you?
That what?
Well, you talked before the election about history henceforth being
Yes,
BB and AB, before Barack and after Barack.
But I never ever said that it was going to be abracadabra, presto changeo, and racism's gone overnight. I never said that. Never thought that.
Has the election of a black president not changed things?
Yes, but it's not eradicated racism from America. I don't know what they do over here in UK, but it's not a stretch for an African American to think that things happen because you are an African American. The fact that you're pulled over by the police, thing called driving while blind, things, it's just part of growing up being a black person in America. I mean, it's so much that even it's almost like matter of fact. That's just, it's not good, but that's just the way it is.
At the end of the film, you quote a remark by Malcolm X in which he says there are good people and there are bad people, and it's unfortunate in America that many of the bad people have the power. That's clearly no longer true, is it?
Well, I never made a statement that unilaterally everybody has power is bad. Who said that?
Has Barack, what I'm getting is how the election of a black president has changed that.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that that last Supreme Court appointee would have been made by a Republican president. I don't think that Barack trying to open up a relationship with Cuba, I don't think that would have happened. I don't think that what he's doing now with trying to pull back the nuclear arms would have been done by a Republican president, what he's trying to do with health care. So I've never ever said that power unilaterally is in the hands of bad people.
So when people were talking around the time that Barack Obama was elected president about the first post-racial president...
Look, I never drank that post-racial Kool-Aid.
Why not?
Because, as I said before, he was not Harry Houdini. It was not going to be, again, can I say it, repeat it for the second time?
Go on.
Abracadabra, presto changeo, overnight, poof, racism disappears. It was not going to happen. I never thought that, and I still not bought into this post-racial
Do you think you'll ever live in a post-racial society?
Hey, I never thought we have a black president, so it could happen. But right now, in the present day situation in America, it's not here.
When people tell you they're disappointed at what's happened in this first period of the Obama administration...
Can you be specific about what you're talking about being disappointed about?
Because abracadabra, presto, changeo, the world isn't entirely different.
Well, those are people that got swept up in euphoria.
But something did change with that election, didn't it?
Oh, yes. Look,
something really profound.
Yes, it was a unique moment in history. This never happened before. And America made a great stride with the election of Barack Obama being the 44th President of the United States of America. Still, fundamentally, did not change everything as far as race goes overnight. And America is still in a quest of being the truly democratic nation that the founding fathers, who, by the way, most owned slaves too, thought about this country.
So this election was a step closer to the promised land, but it's a long way off still.
Look, I don't know how far it's off, but it was still one of the most significant moments in American history with the election.
And you're not disappointed by it?
No, I'm not disappointed. And can you imagine Sarah Palin as Vice President of the United States of America? Woo! Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.